protection prayers in Old School RuneScape are 3 of the most powerful tools in a player's arsenal, and I don't have them. As I start to take tasks from higher level Slayer Masters, access to these prayers could make or break the account. I can only kill a monster if it's my current Slayer target, and I can't go out of my way to grind for more rewarding bones. So now I need to scrape together every bit of experience I can find to unlock these game-changing prayers. Hi, I'm Dan, and this is Slayerscape, a massive grid of tiles containing all of Old School RuneScape's quests and skills. Every tile must be unlocked by earning keys. The Slayer Masters of Gielinor each hold a small collection of these keys, and each time we complete an assignment, they may choose to grant us one. I'll be unlocking Old School RuneScape one tile at a time in this randomized adventure, and I welcome you to come along for the journey. We are so back, and we are trading another cat for some more death runes. Go ahead and buy ourselves another kitten to start raising. Look at that little kitty cat. We are completely out of keys, so it's time for some more Slayer. Let's get it started with 18 spiders. Spiders task complete, and then we killed 10 dwarves. So I've just got a task to kill 24 zombies for my 142nd task. We did try our hand at zombie pirates in the wilderness before, but it didn't go so great. They are very hard to get to without getting aggro from the Elder Chaos Druids, which will immediately kill you with magic-based attacks. The astute among you may have noticed from any clip where I opened my bank or anytime I was doing a task that dropped bones that I have been hoarding all of my bones. And I suspect I have enough bones at this point that if I use all of these bones, even the most basic 4.5 experience bones, if I were to use all of these on the Chaos Altar in the wilderness, I think we can bring Prayer up to 37 to unlock Protect from Magic. And then we could potentially go kill these 24 zombies at the zombie pirates. We're going to pick up our cat because we will be doing some unsafe wilderness content, but we're going to try that out. Oh yeah, the prayer levels are flying in as we use up all these big bones. There's a level 32 prayer, and in a second here, that's level 33. Just finished the first 2 inventories of big bones. That's all the big bones we've got, so we're onto the monkey bones now. Sitting at 34 prayer. Yeah, let's keep it going. All out of monkey bones now, and we'll be moving on to regular plain old 4.5 EXP bones. Okay, one more inventory and we should be 37 prayer. That guy just tried to lock the door on me. That was so rude. What the fuck? Yeah, we're gonna hop away from that guy. See if he hops to us. He will. Let's do a double hop. I wonder if he's following us. Dude doesn't know I have basic bones on me. Oh my god. All right, let's get this level 37 prayer. And there we go. Your prayer level is now level 37. We have access to our first protection prayer on the account. Oh, that feels big. Protect from magic, not usually the most useful, but in the context of this zombie task, it is pretty elite. Let's go ahead and finish off this inventory of bones and get to some zombie killing. Okay, here we are, ready to activate our Protect from Magic for the first time. Let's freaking go. And we'll try to kill some zombie pirates. Oh my god! Oh my god, we got a rune mace! Oh my god, we immediately got something! Oh, what? That has got a prayer bonus? It's +8 melee strength from what we are now? Oh my god! Whoa, what are the odds of getting that without the medium task set done? It's gotta be like 1 in 200 or something. Let's friggin' go! We got a rune mace, our first piece of rune weaponry! I knew training attack to 40 wouldn't be a waste of time. Oh my god, that is so sick! That's like my ideal weapon to get right now from here because I don't have a crush option for when I need crush. It can be upgraded when we get to Scurious into the rat bone mace. Oh my god! We're definitely doing the rest of these 22 zombies at zombie pirates. Oh my god, that paid off so spectacularly. Oh, good lord, this is sublime. This is fantastic. I can't believe we got a drop bit. That is the biggest drop we've got on this account so far. It's silly that it's a rune mace, but that is so sick. What a satisfying way to unlock rune weaponry. Banking all those bones, making all those runs out to the Chaos Altar. Like, who uses regular bones on the Chaos Altar ever? Oh, that is so sick. Those are our first blighted supplies in the account. Will come in handy for some future Wilderness Slayer and bossing. Not a moment after those blighted supplies, we get our first zombie pirate key. That is super cool. I want to go open that up right now. I'm just so excited about doing this task here. This is crazy. Okay, let's open ourselves the zombie pirate locker. 60 chaos runes. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay! Whoa, what? I was just recording that clip to get the end of the task, but oh my god, we just got a rune med helm! No way! I was literally just recording to get the end of the task there for the 143rd task. And we got a rune med helm! Oh my god, that's 2 pieces of rune equipment in that Slayer assignment. That is so phenomenal. Oh my god. Oh, these zombies, they were just too effective. I knew their drop table was wacky, which is why I tried to kill them as early as I could when I was just trying to chuck bronze knives at them without even getting access to protect from magic. But I did think that the drop table, given the reduction you get when you don't have the wilderness achievement diaries unlocked, I did not think it would be quite that sick. Maybe I went really lucky. I'll maybe chuck some odds on screen here. Look at this absolute Giga Chad. Oh, the bronze boots paired with the rune med helm. We've got to do something with that bronze square shield. That is the least appealing part of our gear right now. Once upon a time, we were trying to burst through 9 Spria tasks, so we've still got spiders, dwarves, and zombies keys to roll for in a moment, but we are going to go knock out the remaining 6 tasks here to get us to task 149 before we do any key rolling, so let's get that done. Level 53 strength. That's a 30 cave bugs task complete. I'm trying to just bang out 9 tasks really quickly, but no, we got another zombie task, and I can't not do that at zombie pirates now. It's just too powerful. Damn, dude, we just picked up another rune med helm on top of some blighted supplies. This is crazy, dude. Ooh, we just got level 44 Slayer. That's another very successful zombie pirates trip down. And we got another rune med at the end on the last kill, just like my first task. What is going on? We are just swimming in rune med helms now. This is wild. We also picked up 3 battle staves, which is really cool because I believe we need a battle staff to make the scurrius staff, the rat bone staff, or whatever. I think that's a battle staff you need for that. We did a 19 ice fiends task. That's a 14 minotaurs task complete. That's a 20 skeletons task complete. Okay, that's an 18 dwarves task done, and that was task number 149. We are going to head into Slayerscape, and we are going to do a giga roll of all the tasks that we haven't claimed yet. The zombie pirates definitely broke things up a bit, so let me give you a quick rundown on what we've just done. We've done 18 spiders, 10 dwarves, 24 zombies, 30 cave bugs, 20 zombies, 19 ice fiends, 14 minotaurs, 20 skeletons, and 18 dwarves. So we will click our complete task button here 9 times in total for those 9 tasks. Ready? Okay, 2 keys came in. I thought for a second we might complete Spria entirely. Spria has just 1 key left for us to find, so we're going to start needing to use our higher level Slayer Masters, and I think as we head into task 150, now is the perfect time to head over to Edgeville and pick up our very first task from Vannaka. Oh, that's so cute. This is a tile I marked ages ago now for the first time I had to do skeletons. I killed them here, and I used aggro radius fast flinching to kill them because they were far too difficult for me to kill at the time. But look at me now, skeletons. Here we are at Vannaka for for the very first time on the account. I was a little afraid to take Vannaka task because there are some pretty gnarly, pretty difficult for me to accomplish things on his list. But as we head into our 150th task, Vannaka does give a little more Slayer points. I'll throw up the table on screen here than Mashna does. Yeah, let's not milk it too much. Let's pick up our first Vannaka task. 65 crabs. Wow, that's an excellent task. That is super easy. That's a ton of just raw combat experience. That's an ideal task. Thank you, Vannaka. We're gonna knock that out right now. But first, another day, another cat. We will take some death runes, please. Thank you, sir. And Gertrude, my queen. I would like to purchase another kitten, please. Thank you very much. Going forward, I'm going to have to ask you to trust me that I always spend the 100 coins out of my allowance when I purchase a new kitten, but I think it would be kind of fun to just keep growing them and stacking up the death runes, and not necessarily show every single time I raise a kitten, sell it for death runes, and repeat the process. That way I can do kind of a fun reveal where I eventually just show that I have 500k death runes. How many cats is that? Okay, maybe I won't raise 5k cats, but something like that. And here we are at the sand crabs, ready to fully chill, fully recline as we can just turn on auto retaliate and let the crabs attack me. Oh, this is going to be so chill. This is going to be such a chill task. And that's how it's going to go down. We'll just be killing sand crabs like that, letting auto retaliate do its thing. Every once in a while, we'll give our cat some fish and quickly stroke it in between being attacked by the crabs. So yeah, we'll be able to be super AFK here, get some combat experience, and finish this Vannaka task. Our 150th Slayer task, no less. I am chilling so hard that I missed a level, but there's 54 strength. Oh, and 48 health and 57 combat. Ugh. That is our crab task complete. Oh, and look at those friggin' Slayer points, dude. Our 150th task, we received 120 points for doing it with Vannaka, bringing our total Slayer points to 570. Damn, that is a lot of Slayer points. I'm only level 44 Slayer. Having 570 Slayer points seems outrageous to me. Let's go ahead and claim that Vannaka task. Oh, we didn't get a key from our first task with Vannaka, but we've got bigger problems. With our 103 tasks we've completed with Spria, we only have one key left to get from her before she'll be at 30 out of 30 keys and will no longer reward us any Slayer keys. Turiel, meanwhile, has 5 more keys to reward, so we can do some Turiel tasks. But we're gonna have to start getting into these more difficult Slayer masters, like Mashna, Vannaka, and Cristelia. We only have 2 keys to spend right now, and I think I just want to do a bunch of Slayer before I think about what I'm going to do next on the board. Okay, it's been a minute since we've tried to do any Wilderness Slayer. Last time we tried to take a task with Cristelia, I think it was like 181 Fire Giants, which was just a complete deal breaker at the time. Yeah, let's see what we get this time. Cristelia, what you got for me? 88 Lesser Demons. Yeah, not excellent. Not excellent, and there's nothing off Lesser Demon's drop table I think I want now that we have our own Rune Med Helm already. I think this is a skip for us. We're gonna head over to Turiel and reset this. Dude, it feels like it has been ages since we've been here. Turiel's not even gonna recognize me anymore with my sick new gear. Turiel, my man, what's my task? 19 Ice Fiends. Ice Fiends task complete. Let's log that task with Turiel. It sure has been a while since we've done a task with him. Hope he doesn't hold it against us and decides to give us a key. Well, we'll try our luck at Cristelia again here. 136 Ice Giants. That again is a task that I think would only really be doable with magic, or if I had like Protect from melee, I could just maybe flick through it. Not really something we can do. So let's head back to Turiel and try our luck again. Let's reset that Ice Giants task, and instead we'll do 26 birds. 26 birds complete. Let's get that one logged in Slayerscape. Turiel, how about a key? Not this time. All right, third time lucky. Cristelia, give us a task we can actually do. 125 Anku. That's just once again not something we can do easily. It's a really high number of the target. It's something that's pretty high level. There are some things I'd love to get as drops from the Wilderness Slayer Cave Anku. Like I think they drop adamant plate legs. They drop rune arrows regularly, death runes, blood runes. Like there are some great drops I would want to get, but it's kind of what I've said in the past about Crystalia. If you don't have access to magic and protection prayers, like there's just the chances she gives you a task you can't even fathom completing is just really high. I think we need to change plans. This whole taking a task from Crystalia and resetting at Turiel until something works out is just, well, not working out. I think maybe just to feel something with my life, I might do some Mashna tasks or something, but first we got to reset this one at Turiel, so let's go get that out of the way. What you got from me, man? 17 bats. Oh my god, it's the bat task. It's the bat task. I have gone 152 tasks without seeing a bat. I have done 141 tasks that could have potentially been a bat task, and I haven't gotten a single one. I've never had a bat task until now. I finally have a bat task. I can finally get on task the last Rat and Bone Man bone. Not that we care about that at all at this point. Like, that does not matter even a little bit. I think I get 500 prayer XP. Really doesn't matter, but oh my god, that is so funny that we're finally getting this task. Let's go fucking kill some bats. Oh, our first bat killed on the frickin'... Wait, what? Do these bats not drop the thing for the quest? Do I have to go all the way to giant bats? Oh my god. I feel like I've trekked halfway across the universe to get from all the way over by the mausoleum outside of Varrock to here, but here are actual giant bats that we can kill for this task. And there is our giant bat wing. We finally have the last bone required to complete Rag and Bone Man 1, one of the first quests we picked up on this account, if I remember correctly. Now, there's a little bit of an annoying thing that I think if I turn in this quest, it'll automatically start Rag and Bone Man 2, which was like yet another reason I was very unenthused about doing the quest. I don't want to have a yellow quest started in my quest journal for a quest that I'm not even actually allowed to start because it's not unlocked in my grid, but oh well, we might just go turn it in to get that tile finally claimed and off our board and out of our mind forever. But yeah, let's kill 15 more of these giant bats, and then we're gonna figure out what we're doing next. Level 45 Slayer, by the way. And that is a bat task complete. Wow, that is so weird that we went 152 tasks before we finally got a bat task. Very strange. Let's hop into SlayerScape real quick and log that Turiel task as complete. Maybe he'll even give us a key. No, he will not, but that's okay. So I'm feeling a little lost right now on what we should be doing next, but I think this bat task has come at a very serendipitous moment. Killing these giant bats here outside of Morgan Le Fay's keep has reminded me of a tile we could go complete on the SlayerScape grid, and that is Merlin's Crystal. This quest rewards 6 quest points, which is really nice because we're getting close to being able to block tasks at 50 quest points, which would be really cool. It's also going to reveal 3 tiles for us, which could mean more higher value shop allowance. It could mean finding more of the requirements we need for Cabin Fever. Merlin's Quest is also a prerequisite for both Holy Grail and then King's Ransom, both quests which have really great XP rewards. And eventually King's Ransom will open up the chivalry and piety prayers for us somewhere down the line. So I think while we're over on this side of the world and we have the bat bones already in our inventory that we need for this quest, I think it's a good time to unlock Merlin's Crystal, and we'll go do this quest. Merlin's Crystal. We start the quest by barging into Camelot Castle and telling King Arthur that we want to join the Knights of the Round Table. He non-committally agrees, provided we find a way to free Merlin the Wizard, who is currently stuck inside a big blue crystal. We ask the other knights for some help. They suggest that Morgan Le Fay is to blame, and they give us the tip that the back entrance to her keep receives their deliveries from a nearby Amazon fulfillment warehouse in the town of Catherby. We sneak into a crate and are delivered to the keep by a drone. Alexa, remind me to order more Karambwanji for my 5,000 cats. Upstairs in the keep, we find a man who is clearly not Morgan Le Fay and randomly decide to beat the shit out of him. Lucky for us, this random stranger happens to be Morgan's son, and she pleads for us to spare his life while for some reason facing the wall. Morgan tells us that to break the spell put on Merlin, we must place bat bones in a summoning circle with a lit black candle and recite some words jotted down in a very inconvenient to get to location. We already have the bat bones, so next up is the black candle, which a candlemaker in Catherby agrees to make us in exchange for a bucket of wax. Next, we visit the Lady of the Lake to discover the location of Excalibur. She says she must test our worthiness, but that first, we should head to the jewelry store in Port Sarim. As we attempt to enter the store, a beggar accosts us, demanding a loaf of bread. Not being good with confrontation, we hand him a loaf of bread in hopes that the conversation will end, but to our dismay, he instead transforms into the Lady of the Lake and hands us the sword Excalibur. Finally, we read the incantation graffitied inside a Zamorakian church in one of Varrock's rougher neighborhoods. We return to Camelot and find the summoning circle. Light the candle, put down the bat bones, summon a spirit, say the incantation, and the spirit blesses Excalibur with the ability to free Merlin from his obsession with buying healing crystals on the internet or whatever. Quest complete. 6 quest points, that's really nice. Brings us to a total of 40 quest points, so in 10 more, we'll actually be able to block a Slayer task, which will be probably pretty useful. We get to hold on to Excalibur, which is kind of okay. I mean, yeah, one of our first... Is this our first special attack on the account? It's not the most useful special attack, but hey, it buffs our defense by 8, so that's kind of cool. It's better than nothing. Let's hop into SlayerScape though, and get that task claimed. Merlin's Crystal complete. We'll claim it. What do we see? 21 to 30 Hunter, okay. A Soul's Bane, an absolutely useless quest. Nature Spirit. Nature Spirit's a good quest to find. It's part of the Mire Key quest line. It's also a prerequisite for Fairy Tale Part 1. Theoretically, we're going to need that at some point to unlock fairy rings. So yeah, nice. Not a bad quest to find. Merlin's Crystal was a nice quest to get done, but it didn't really reveal anything on the tile board that changes the state of the game for us right now. There's really nothing else to do right now but do more Slayer. Now, our options for Slayer Masters are getting a little rougher these days, but I'm pretty sure we can confidently take on Mashna tasks, and I think we can actually complete a fair number of Vannaka tasks. We're currently sitting at 153 Slayer tasks complete, and what I'd like to do now is just start sending Slayer. So I think what we'll try to do is we're going to do 6 Mashna tasks to get us to 159, and then we'll do our 160th task at Vannaka. Let's see how that goes. Okay, a nice little extra benefit to completing Merlin's Crystal is that we get an antique lamp. Should be worth 1000 XP, which we can pop into Herblore. And that gets us to level 22 Herblore, just shy of 23. Mashna, my brother. What task you got for me this time? 11 wall beasts. Right on. And there's level 55 strength. Okay, that's an 11 wall beast task complete. Let's hop into SlayerScape and log that with Mashna. And we get a key. Thank you, Mashna. So I'm making my way back to Mauritania for the, I don't know, umpteenth time. What I do is I use my minigame teleport to get to Mage Training Arena, and then I run up from the desert. That's sort of my best way to do this right now, but it isn't really my best teleport to Mauritania. Not really. Looking at that 154th task we just completed with Mashna, you can see we have 576 Slayer points. And I think generally, I'm going to be pretty rich with Slayer points on this account. I mean, I don't need to buy into these other perks. Most of these things aren't going to matter for a while. It's going to be a long time until I care about extending tasks or setting up block lists. Like I'm gated by quest points to even set up a proper block list anyway. Malevolent Masquerade, well, we'll need that eventually, but that's 400 points we don't have to spend right now. But one thing we could do is, and I don't know how many people would ever really bother doing this, but I can buy 8 charges of Slayer rings for 70 points each. And one of the teleport options on the Slayer ring brings us to Mauritania just here inside the Slayer Tower, which would be a very short walk back to Mashna. So I think what we're going to do to make our life easier now that we're switching gears and doing more Mashna tasks is actually spend some Slayer points. Oh, we just picked up a task. Well, we're doing Cockatrices next. Nice. But what we'll do is we will... Actually, I think we're going to purchase Slayer rings for 75 points, even though that's kind of a crazy thing you wouldn't normally do on an account. I think for us, it sort of makes sense. We actually usually don't even have anything in our ring slot anyway, so we can kind of just wear this, which is kind of cool. And for the first time on the account, really, we have access to teleports, and some of them are even useful. We might even use this right now to teleport to this cockatrice. I'm not sure yet. Now, this is a sad one. The cockatrice is going to require that we have a mirror shield equipped, even if we safe spot them. And so that means we're going to have to drop 5,000 gold on the mirror shield. I know a lot of people are saying I should be able to buy these Slayer items without using shop allowance, but I want to make as few exceptions to the rules as possible. And so far I've just been saying if I'm spending coins, I'm using shop allowance. So maybe I'll live to regret this. Maybe at some point in the future, the account will be completely broken and we'll have to make some sort of rule change because this is just not going to work. But for now, I'm saying if we are buying the mirror shield for 5,000 coins, we're going to have to spend 5,000 of our allowance. You know, I really regret buying mithril legs for like 2,600 GP at one point. That was just that was a boneheaded move. I think I need to start being much more careful with my shop allowance until we find some really big juicy tiles that give us, you know, over 10, 20,000 shop allowance at a time. So here we go. Purchase a mirror shield. Oh, there it goes. 5,000 of our coins and 5,000 of our shop allowance. Oh, that's scary to be under 1K in shop allowance. It's been a minute since we've been that low, but those are the rules. Them's the breaks. As a nice little side benefit though, the mirror shield is a better shield than our bronze square shield we've been using since the dawn of time, and it has this really trippy reflective effect on it. Huh, it's pretty cool. So I think it is time for us to retire the bronze square shield. Goodbye, old friend. You are now not even pick-upable by me with clicks on the ground. And with all of that sorted, let's teleport to the Randomized Slayer dungeon for the very first time. We're using a teleport. Wow. Oh, and it brings us right here. We'll head over to the cockatrice and get this 47 cockatrice task complete. Let's hit it. Nice. All right. Iron boots. It's actually a 1 in 128 drop, and we just got it on 4KC. So that's pretty cool. That is a very, very, very minor upgrade, but hey, we're moving our way up through the various boots unlocked from Slayer. One day we will go all the way up to Rune and Dragon boots, and that will be very sick. Okay, that is a 47 cockatrice task complete. Heading to Slayerscape. Mashna, do we get a key? We do. Oh, it's so nice to be getting keys at a normal rate again. This feels excellent. Picking up task number 156. Mashna, what will it be? 31 calphites. Easy. Level 49 hit points. Okay, 31 calphite task complete. Hop on into Slayerscape and log it with Mashna. Ah, no key this time though. Nice. Count check with the lamp. For level 23 Herbalore. Thank you, count check. Back at Mashna for another task. Oh, 31 rock slugs. Okay, things are getting awkward. So we're very low on our allowance. I can take an allowance tile, but rock slugs unfortunately cost, I think, 10 GP per kill. This is one of the tasks where people said if you stick to the allowance for Slayer items thing, you'll get yourself screwed over. And I think you people are right. I think anybody who said that is right. But what we can do is take an allowance tile right now to make ourselves feel like we have some breathing room. I want to see this through, respecting the whole allowance system as much as I can. You know, if I'm going to release Slayerscape for other people to play in the future, I want to battle test this system, see if it makes sense, see if it sucks, see if it's fun. I don't know. So I guess we'll pick up this one. This shop allowance tile reveals 2 tiles right next to it, which is pretty sweet. Let's go ahead and unlock it and claim. Only 153 coins, but that would be 15 rock slug kills, so that's something. We find the easy Karen achievement diary. I was hoping that would be our Ardoin, but nope. And we find rune crafting 21 to 30. I am tempted to take another allowance tile, roll for some more GP. And I think I'll take this one here. And then hopefully this tile here is something we can organically complete to also just reveal a lot of tiles. Kind of start to move our board out in this direction a little bit. So, yep, let's do that. Pray to the RNG gods that this is like above 500 GP. 227. Oh, we got 2 bad rolls. Ethically acquired antiquities. I think this has a rather high thieving requirement. Yeah, yikes. This quest requires 25 thieving. I think we have access to 11 to 20 thieving, but we haven't found 21 to 30 yet, so we won't be able to do this quest for a while. The other option is that we can skip rock slugs to hold on to some of our allowance. I was really hoping I'd find another medium tile here and then get to roll for a bunch more. I don't think I want to spend 310 GP buying salt to do rock slugs tasks. I mean, long term, I think this is going to become a block for us, but we don't have the 50 quest points to block this task. But this is something we can do. We can skip tasks once in a while. We can cancel tasks. We won't break our streak. And eventually, once we get to 50 quest points, we can block something. You know, we can block these really awkward and difficult tasks. I think what we're going to do right now is we're actually going to skip this task and hold on to our GP for now. Let's get ourselves a new assignment now that we've canceled those 31 rock slugs. Well, 44 calfites. Okay, back to the calfite caves we go. Level 56 strength. 44 calfite task complete. Let's roll for a key. And unlucky. Back at Mashna for another task. What you got for me, buddy? 46 lizards. Well, he just loves to send us to the desert right now. And back we go. Level 46 Slayer. That's a 46 lizards task complete. But will Mashna give us a key? Please, please, sir, please be humble. Oh, least humble demon on that side of the Salve River, honestly. Part of playing in this game mode is being at the whims of RNG, but there's a lot of player agency as well, right? Like, I have a lot of decisions I could be making, some better, some worse. I think there are some decisions I'm making that are, you know, I think it's a good call to be investing in cats, for example. I think that's going to pay off in the long run. Some decisions, though, like, for example, I'm watching episode 4 back right now just to make sure everything's, like, chill in it. And why did I do sheep shearer? What was I thinking that I was like, yeah, sheep shearer, this is a quest to do. I could have easily gotten that crafting experience without doing that quest, and I knew I was going to do Plague City anyway to traverse my board down that direction. So yeah, feel free to go back to episode 4, rewatch it, and when you get to the part where I am completing sheep shearer, feel free to like comment and just clown on me for that, because that was just, yeah, that was a boneheaded play, I'm not gonna lie. Here we are back at mashed potatoes, looking for our next assignment. 38 crawling hands. Nice, right here in Mauritania. Just a short little walk to the Slayer Tower. Thank you, Mashna. I'm eating a cookie. But more importantly, our first ever superior on the account. Whoa, this is crazy. All right, oh, we're going in. We're going in. We're going in big. We're flicking players. Let's go. Oh my God, this thing can hit a 5. All right, ready? Imbued heart. Here it comes. Here it is, the heart. Oh, it would have been so hilarious. People would have accused my account of being like, I don't know, content creator Jagex shenanigans if I just got a heart on my first ever superior, a superior crushing hand. But very, very chill. That was our first superior foe. Completely uninteresting loot, dropping just 5 coins, but yeah, still pretty cool. Thrilling gameplay. All right, 38 crawling hands task complete. That's task number 159. I think these emerald rings we just got from that task are pretty noteworthy. If I were to drink a wizard's mind bomb or get 2 more magic levels, I could actually get to level 27 to enchant these. And these would be more teleports, you know, being able to teleport to the duel arena, to Ferox Enclave, to Castle Wars. So yeah, this is actually, getting emerald rings from this task is actually pretty nice. Let's also get into Slayerscape, and we will log that task with mashed potatoes. And he gives us a key. He likes his new nickname, Mashed Potatoes. That's the only reason why he gave us that key. Thank you, Mashna. And although Mashna is being a true homie, giving us a key just now, we will do our 160th task with Vannaka to secure us a few more Slayer points. Okay, Vannaka, champion of Tutorial Island. What are we slaying, my friend? 79 shades. Interesting. I need to have a think about this one. Huh. All right, I was close to canceling this task, but I'm kind of interested to try it. It looks like lore shades, the lowest level shade you can fight in the Shades of Mort'ton minigame area, actually at some point got a -3 flat armor bonus, which means we'll have like a max hit of like 15 or something using our rune mace. And so even though they have 30 HP, killing 79 of them might not be too bad. Sadly, they don't really have any drops or anything other than they drop the shade, they drop the lore remains, which I guess technically, if we did Shades of Mort'ton, we maybe want some of those shades because then we'd have access to doing the Shades minigame, and that could potentially get us some like interesting drops and stuff. The things we're missing to be able to do this quest right now are 20 crafting and 5 fire making. Oh, you also need a bunch of money. I don't think we're going to do this quest right now, but I guess we can bank the shades for the future. So yeah, let's try this. Maybe it'll suck. Maybe this will be ass. I don't know. Let's try it. You know, let's try anything once in life, right? Well, now that's interesting. You can't enter the swamp unless you start Nature Spirit. That's interesting. I almost feel like shades shouldn't be assigned as a task then until you're done this quest. Like, I know you could theoretically kill the shades that are in the Stronghold of Security, but that doesn't... Those are like a weird mob that they used to be a random event and were moved to the Stronghold. It does not seem to be what they intended for you to kill for that task. Is there some other long way around you can go to get to Mort'ton? I suppose if you had fairy rings and level 50 agility, you could skip going through the swamp. Now, I guess technically you don't need it done, do you? You just need to start the quest, and most players can just freely start quests. We can actually technically spend a key on starting Nature Spirit right now if we have to. Oh, that'd be kind of a bummer if I have to spend a key just to get access to this area, but I think that's what's going to have to happen. We will complete this quest eventually. Like, it is a useful prerequisite for some other stuff we're going to want to do long term. The only thing preventing us from completing this quest is a silver sickle for 18 crafting, and, you know, lo and behold, the 11 to 20 crafting tile is right here, right next to it. So theoretically, if we really wanted to, we could spend 2 keys, one on crafting and one on the quest, and actually go complete this quest right now. I think what we'll do for now is we will spend a key to start the quest, but I'm not going to spend the other key unlocking the crafting level, and I'm not going to complete this quest yet. I just want to like go and do this task. I feel like doing Slayer right now, not doing questing and skilling and stuff. So let's hop over into SlayerScape. We're going to spend a key to unlock Nature Spirit. We are now allowed to start the Nature Spirit quest. So back in game, we can start the quest. Drezel, what's going on with your buddy? Yep, start Nature Spirit. Many thanks. You got it, dude. Take some pies. You know what? I would actually really appreciate that food right now. We're bringing all the food, weird stuff we can. I mean, I was even prepared to bring in like potions for this task because I think it was going to be like a kind of difficult-ish task for me. But okay, we should hopefully be allowed to enter the swamp now. I think Elysius is going to like yell at us. Oh, no, maybe not. Okay, all right, let's see how much food gets rotted as we run through the swamp. Nice, okay, we only lost 1 pie. And now it's just a gentle walk over to Mort'ton. All right, let's try killing some of these. We're gonna pot up. Okay, so these have this really annoying thing where when they miss, it doesn't count as a combat action, so you actually like can go out of combat with them or something while they're attacking you. It's really bizarre. A 16 max hit though, that's pretty big. We like that. Yeah, okay, this isn't the greatest task, but you know, the XP is gonna be good. I'll probably sweat it out and do single tick prayer flicking in a bit here, but I'm definitely not gonna bank all these lore shades. This is just getting to this area is such a huge pain. So yeah, we'll just stand here killing lore shades. Honestly, this task is gonna go by pretty quickly and it's gonna give us good combat XP. So yeah, I'm not too mad about it. Level 57 strength, 79 shades complete. Let's get the hell out of here. These things are gonna keep whacking me. We got 40 Slayer points for that, bringing our points up to 541. Let's hop on into SlayerScape and get that task with Vannaka logged. Let's complete a new task, and we get a key this time. Okay, thank you, Vannaka. You know, despite my groaning, it was actually refreshing to struggle with a task. Part of the fun of this game mode is working around these little finicky challenges, so yeah, thanks Shades for being a real one. We've got 2 keys to work with. We've got so many options of things to do, but honestly, I just feel like doing more Slayer, so I'm gonna head to Mashna and pick up another task. Mashed potatoes, what is up, my man? We'll take another Slayer assignment. 50 Calphites. This dude loves to assign me Calphites. Oh my god. Okay. Level 50 hit points? Man, look at this dude in like max range. He's got the Dazana's max cape. He's got the league skin of the Venator bow. Just an absolute monster in here compared to a little baby with a rune mace. Okay, that is a 50 Calphites task complete. Hop into Slayerscape. That was a Mashna task. So Mashna, may we have a key? We may. All right, we're up to 3 keys again. Keys are coming in a lot slower these days as I move into the Slayer Masters who give me much higher kill counts, but that was to be expected. What I need to be better about is being way more deliberate with what I spend keys on. I've definitely used some keys on some very non-essential quests and unlocks, and I just need to make sure every key is going into something truly valuable. Even buying these shop allowance tiles earlier, that was an impulse buy. I mean, I do need to upkeep the cost of cats. I'm buying a lot of cats, by the way. But yeah, I'm thinking we're just gonna keep doing Slayer and stock up as many keys. You know what would be cool? Let's do a little self-imposed restriction. We won't spend any keys until we get this key counter all the way to 10. That would be cool to see. Oh, yet another fully grown kitty cat, ready to be traded for death runes. Thank you, kitty cat. Thank you for your sacrifice. All right, our next task with Mashna is 44 lizards. My dude, why do you keep sending me to the desert? It's not like it's, I mean, I guess it's geographically, it is close to Mauritania, but it's just kind of, please, just give me crawling hands or something, dude, come on. Our allowance money is dwindling, but I just cannot help myself. I just want to give back, you know, and take care of these cats. They need a home too, you know? Although we are falling into poverty due to our crippling cat addiction, I still think we deserve a drink here for 3 GP, purchasing a Wizard's Mind Bomb, which we will enjoy, and then quickly, before the boost runs out, enchant our 2 emerald rings. Look at that, 16 teleports to all these fabulous locations. Not Fortis Coliseum, I can't go there, but these other 3 actually pretty useful. We are headed back into the desert to kill 44 lizards, and I think this might be one of the last times I do a lizard task here. Depends on how my allowance goes, but I'm almost out of ice coolers, and if I'm gonna buy more ice coolers, I may as well buy stone boots instead, which I can use to kill sulfur lizards. Look, I get excited about the drop table from regular lizards. Sulfur lizards are basically the same drop table, but with all of the items being noted and in higher quantities. So we're actually up to 46 Slayer. We needed 44 to kill sulfur lizards. Once I'm done with all my ice coolers, I'll probably start doing lizard tasks there if I can. Level 47 Slayer. We can now kill brine rats. And actually brine rats, if I could kill them, we need to partially complete Olaf's quest to be able to fight them. But if I could kill them, they drop a special weapon that is A, better than runite weaponry, which would be great to have, but B, it doubles as salt, so I would be able to do rock slug tasks without having to purchase salt in the future. So that's kind of cool. Maybe one day we'll get the Brine Saber and be able to do that. Nice. Cool. That's a 44 lizards task complete. Let's do the Slayer key roll in the desert with 1 charge left in our water skin. Hey, nice. Get a key. Mashna, where are we headed to next? 36 wolves. 36 wolves task complete. That was a really easy one, a really chill one. That was task number 163. Let's go ahead and roll for a key. Mashna? Yeah, baby. Oh, Mashna is being a real homie right now. I'm really liking this mashed potatoes dynamic he's giving me here. What am I saying? What you got for us, pal? 29 catablepons. Okay, green things in the Stronghold of Security. I guess we're heading back to the Stronghold of Security. Thanks, pal. I think these things attack with magic. This might actually be really hard for me to kill. Wait, what am I saying? I have Protect from Magic. I can just flick Protect from Magic the whole time and take 0 damage from them. Okay, let's go kill 29 catablepon. Attack with melee and mage. All right, well, Guess I should be flicking steel skin as well then. Oh man, are there lower level versions of this? There are, aren't there? I'm fighting the level 64s. I think there's lower level versions in here somewhere. I think these ones are lower level. Yeah, these ones are 49. The ones over there are 64. I guess I should be fighting the 49s, although then I might get PGA'd by giant spiders. Look, these ones are already aggroed to me. What's going on here? Go away. Oh, I've been trying not to do more fishing because the level is already getting much higher than my unlock level than I want it to. And the sad thing is right now I can catch salmon, but I'm not legally allowed to catch and keep the salmon, so I have to drop them on the ground, and that's just sad. But I was just getting PJ'd by spiders smacking me for 6 trying to kill those catablepons, and it was just so blarg. So we're gonna fish some trout, we're gonna cook some trout, we're gonna drop any salmon we get on the ground. If I get that salmon, get out of here. Get out of here, salmon. I don't have that level unlocked. And we'll go back and finish that task a little more cozy with an inventory full of trout to restore my sanity. Just killing 18 more of these is gonna be so annoying. I might start skipping this task. This is gonna be on my block list when I eventually have a block list because my God. Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. Oh my God. Stop, dude. Stop. Don't hit me for 7. I'm just trying to get my bones. Oh my God. These spiders. These spiders in here. Oh, okay. I was being a bit of a baby. It's not the worst task. I probably wouldn't prioritize blocking that, but it's pretty annoying. If I had to kill more than 29, if I had to kill like 50 of these, I'd consider skipping it. It's pretty annoying. Let's go ahead and get that task logged though. Hopefully it gets us a key. Mashna, a key for that one would be really kind, but you're not a kind man. You're a demon. I should have expected that. The neat part about that is we did get our first medium scroll box, so we can go ahead and look at what this is. Maybe this will be a clue we can actually do. I don't know. Brimstail. Yeah, just talk to someone. Okay, that's the step we can do. Might take a little quick detour from some Slayer to push this clue as far as we can take it. I don't know, maybe we get lucky, we just get all steps we can actually accomplish right now and get to complete our first medium clue. We'll see. That's a rip. I don't think there's any way I can ever get a pointed bruise blue Snelm. Obviously the Staff of Air and the Bronze Square Shield are super easy, but yeah, there's no way for me to get a Snelm. I'm not really looking for new exceptions to make clues more doable in this account. Clues are just kind of like a nice thing to happen when they happen, but yeah, they will be pretty difficult in some cases when they require things I can't possibly get off tasks like this. I don't know how common this is that there's inaccessible items for me as emote clue requirements, but whatever. For now, we drop it to the floor. Back in Mashna for a task. Looks like we're killing 50 cockatrice. Level 58 strength. Oh, all right. That task almost killed me, but we're totally chilling. That's a 50 cockatrice task complete for task number 165. Hop into Slayerscape and we will log that task with Mashna, but we will not get a key. Here we are back at Mashna looking for our next assignment. And it's 36 bats. He can assign bats too? Okay, well, all these bat tasks were hiding, but hey, here they are. Bats from Mashna is actually pretty nice because I can just walk across the Salve River and kill the little ones next to Paterdoma. So yeah, Mashna, thank you. That's a clutch task. All right, 36 bats complete. Into Slayerscape we go to roll for another key with Mashna, and we get one. Okay, remember, we're going for 10 right now. We're up to 6. I want to get all the way to 10. I want double digits. Looking for our next task. 41 dogs. Not you too, Mashna. Not the dogs task. God damn. Before we head into the desert to take care of this 41 dogs task, I'm thinking we make a little investment, a time investment more than anything. I currently have in my bank a bunch of bat bones, 44 bat bones, and 713 regular bones, a bunch of wolf bones as well, but we won't need that for what we'll be doing. I believe right now, if I were to use almost all of those bones to train prayer here in the wilderness, I think I can just squeeze out level 43 right now and have Protect from Melee. Now, I don't need Protect from Melee for a dog's task, but it's only fair that we pay our penance of having to slay more dogs somehow, and I feel like honoring the dead by sacrificing their bones to an evil god in the wilderness is somehow... Does that square a circle? I don't know, man. Whatever. We're gonna go get 43 prayer. Let's do it. Level 38 prayer. Milt the rat. Yeah, you look like a rat. This guy's gonna be so disappointed when he sees its vanilla bones. Oh my god, I still got the prayer level in Lumbridge after getting PK'd. Well, that's a first. Hopefully I don't get PK'd for like a full inventory or something, then I might actually run out of bones, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. It was just a prank, it was just a prank. Oh, come on. Well, there goes an inventory of bones. Shout out to PK Fluff there. He was a good sport about killing me for like 7 basic bones earlier. It's after midnight on the West Coast too, so I assume there'd be, you know, nobody around, certainly nobody around willing to PK somebody for an inventory of 4.5 experience basic bones, but here we are. It looks like with average luck on bone, I have no bones in my inventory. Fuck me, what am I doing? With average luck, I can afford to die and lose an entire inventory like 2 more times technically, and I think even then I'll have enough bones if I've calculated this correctly. So, all right, back we go. And that's level 40 prayer, unlocking protect from missiles, our second protection prayer. And there's level 41 prayer, ooh, and 550 total. Is that supposed to be a PK? He's got a Bofa, Crystal, a Nada's Knot? I don't know what's going on there. Level 42 prayer. And there's level 43 prayer. Protect from melee is unlocked. Beautiful. And with that, we now have access to all 3 of the protection prayers. Protect from magic, missiles, and melee. I know it's an absolute done to death meme to say this, but I promise in this instance, it's 100% true. This changes everything. Wilderness Slayer tasks that were nearly impossible to us can now be taken on. Classic beneficial quests with high-level monsters become trivial, and we can now face off against many of Old School RuneScape's bosses. Having access to these prayers has unlocked our potential, and I've never been more excited for what comes next. If you're not already subscribed, now's the perfect time to hit that button and join me on the next adventure. Thank you to all my members here on YouTube, with a special thanks to those in the Runite supporter tier: Abdul Bari, Club Gather, Dulf, Leviair Donset, Magi Arabia Gaming, Mick Skip, Rodrigo Casas, Ryan Childress, Sneezy, The Cryban, Figgy Grotto, and Will Wonder.